Have you ever heard a sound so terrifying it literally traps your mind? Tonight, I'm going to tell you about the wailing zebra, a creature that turned a simple zoo visit into a psychological nightmare that haunts visitors to this day. Picture this. It's past midnight at Riverside Zoo, and the only sounds you should hear are distant traffic and maybe an owl. But instead, there's something else cutting through the darkness. A low, haunting wail that doesn't belong to any animal you've ever heard. Security guard Jack thought it was just his imagination until he traced the sound to the African safari exhibit. What he found there defied everything he knew about zebras. Standing alone under the pale moonlight was Zara, a plain zebra who had lived peacefully at the zoo for 3 years, but now she was producing sounds that made his skin crawl. Not the typical barking or whinnying you'd expect, but deep, mournful wails that seemed almost human. Here's where things get really disturbing. Jack found himself unable to look away. The sound wasn't just scary, it was hypnotic. He stood there for what felt like minutes, but turned out to be over an hour, completely transfixed by this impossible display. When he finally snapped out of it, he couldn't remember anything except the overwhelming urge to keep listening. The next night brought more witnesses. A couple walking past the zoo heard the wailing and stopped to investigate. They pressed against the fence, listening intently as Zara continued her otherworldly performance. Zoo employees found them there the next morning, still standing motionless, completely unresponsive until someone physically pulled them away. Dr. Saudra Wernex, the zoo's veterinarian, was baffled. Zebras simply don't make these sounds. Their vocal cords aren't designed for it. She ran every test imaginable, but found nothing wrong with Zara physically. The zebra appeared perfectly healthy during the day, eating normally and interacting with her companions like nothing had happened. But every single night, the wailing returned, and every night more people became entranced. A jogger who stopped to listen missed an entire day of work. A security patrol from a nearby building stood frozen for 6 hours. The pattern was always the same. People would hear the sound, investigate, and then become completely absorbed until someone broke the spell. The zoo tried everything. They moved Zara to different enclosures, changed her diet, even brought in animal behaviorists from across the country. Nothing worked. The wailing continued, and its effect on humans remained unchanged. Some witnesses described feeling an overwhelming sadness while listening, as if the zebra was mourning something profound. Others reported seeing images in their minds, flashes of vast African plains and thundering herds. The experience left many questioning what they had witnessed. After 3 months of this phenomenon, Zara suddenly stopped. One night the wailing simply